where I've spent a lot of time, where the press has always been dishonest, every newspaper is an organ of a political movement or other, and people have come over time to become really cynical about the press. They don't believe anything that is written in newspapers because they assume all of it is just another man's view. All of it is bias. And so in the absence of any universally recognized standard or source of news, what happens? Well, rumors take the place of news. And so ultimately you have an electorate that is really poorly informed and incredibly suspicious. And in that environment, all sorts of crazy conspiracy theories bloom and take the place of facts.
Wow. That was Tucker Carlson.
2006.
2006. Wow.
That seems a little nail on the head, doesn't it?
It does. It was pretty, on the nose there. Jody Hamilton sitting in for Stephanie Miller on the Stephanie Miller Show. Hello, Chris. Hello, Travis. That was...
Good morning. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry to everyone. Dylan heard that last night on Twitter. I was like going, oh, we should open the show with that.
Yes. No, you were correct. 323-410-0458 is the number. Wow. That was...
Stunning.
Yeah.
Kind of accurately predicting everything he's doing at Fox News right now.
I know, and it leads into the Dominion lawsuit and J6 and all of this.
I mean, it ties everything. Like it's all one story.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, we've read this a little bit before, but they keep dumping more and more stuff.
And supposedly, there's going to be more redactions coming today.
Okay. According to
it seems like it's a daily thing.
Yeah, it's like they release new stuff every day.
Yeah.
Fox is not pleased with the release of this stuff because they're calling it propaganda.
Yeah, they're starting to fight back in
a
public.
weird bad way.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Right.
Fox has said, Dominion has accused Fox of wanting to license and to knowingly spread lies. Hi, Tucker. Yeah. And then Fox said it's an they're both seeking summary judgment. Dominion seeking summary judgment because it's overwhelmingly obvious that they knew this was malice and they knew they were lying and not. They still haven't backed off of this. And then secondly, Fox says there's no basis in law or fact that they should be suing us. And they said this effort to publicly smear a media organization just for having the temerity to cover and comment on allegations being pressed by the sitting president should now be recognized for what it is, a blatant violation of the First Amendment. No. And I also heard somebody, I believe, called into Thom Hartmann yesterday and suggested that Fox's defense could be, and I don't agree with this, because they've in previous lawsuits said they're an entertainment company.
Yes.
That defamation can't go after, and I don't think that's right. You can still defame somebody even if it's entertainment.
They claim they're news.
Yeah, it makes no difference, and regardless of whether they're a news organization or not, if you defame
someone,
yeah,
then
that's malice,
and
they're not defamation.
And this isn't satire.
No.
This is not being. It's not like they say we're a satire network.
Correct.
It's not that kind of.
Well, even if they do say they are a satire network, that's up for a jury to decide whether it's satire or not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not up to Fox News.
It's not the Colbert Report.
It's exactly. It's not Saturday Night Live.
Right.
It's not. They don't pretend to be that. And in previous lawsuits, there have been judges that said you can't believe a word coming out of Tucker Carlson's mouth because he's a known liar. That's on the record.
Yeah. One thing I thought was interesting yesterday, I think it was during Nicole Wallace's show on MSNBC. She had a legal analyst going through these recent findings.
Right.
And talking about the redactions, and the point that she made was the worst of it has not been revealed yet for Fox.
Right.
And there are points in the redactions where the lawyers for Dominion are saying, because of these statements by Rupert Murdoch, we believe that a summary judgment is in order, redaction.
Right.
So there are things that they have said specifically, these are the reasons why we should get a summary judgment.
And until
those things are revealed. And that could be some of what we're getting today because they're running out of things to reveal. And they said that the standard for keeping things redacted is very, very tight on a case like this because it's only limited to personal identifying information
usually,
like email addresses, phone numbers, things like that.
That's normal.
Or things that could be of financial use like bank account numbers and things like that.
Yeah.
So technical
Social security numbers.
So
like that,
there could be a lot more shoes to drop in this one.
Well, yeah, I mean, Fox executives discussed a plan to denounce the Trump myth the day before the insurrection. Lou Dobbs even said this. It's been 8 weeks and none of them has produced anything tangible or verifiable. And now he wants, Donald, thousands of his supporters to go to D.C. without shelter or food to demonstrate. Now, Dobbs goes on to say, I believe the election was stolen, but without evidence, we can do nothing significant. Dude, no evidence. You might believe it, but, Donald and his lawyers have so discredited their own case and the rest of us to some extent that's infuriating, Tucker Carlson said in a text, and he said it absolutely enrages me. Murdoch on January 5th emailed, it's been suggested our primetime 3 should independently or together say something like, the election is over and Joe Biden won. We're all disappointed, but it happened. We love America and have to turn the page. We will now be the loyal opposition criticizing every liberal mistake the new administration makes. And then he continued, not those words, but a refinement would go a long way to stop the Trump myth that the election was stolen and the basis of his 2024 campaign.
I also have questions about the fact that this was supposed to be done literally like 2 days before January 6th. And I know we all know that January 6th was an important day for the Electoral College count.
Well, it's, yeah.
But the fact that this was something that Fox was like, we need to do this before January 6th.
Because they knew.
Because they saw the writing on the wall and they saw where this...
They have Telegram accounts. They know.
Or did they know more about what the plans were?
Who knows? I mean, it was out there in the ether. It was on Twitter. It was on Telegram. It was in it wasn't.
If you're
hidden.
paying attention.
Yeah, it wasn't hidden at all. January 5th, Hannity put Eric Trump on the air to continue the fraud claims, and then Dobbs said the Republicans' future, our futures, are hanging in the balance, but that was teeing up Judicial Watch's Tom Fenton, who argued that the outcome of the election could still be changed by state legislatures and Congress on January 6th, which is perpetuating.
And Fenton knew.
Of course he did.
The plan. He was in on the plan.
Yeah, he did. And the day after Biden's inauguration, Rupert Murdoch was facing heat from certain Republican senators. He met with the minority leader, McConnell, who is in the hospital right now, and we wish him a speedy recovery. As much as we loathe him, he doesn't need to be it's bad.
He fell at a
restaurant,
hotel.
at a hotel having dinner or something. So we wish him well because he's 81 years old. I mean, that could be dangerous.
Is it too soon for me to say I hope he like tucked and rolled like a good turtle?
He got back into his shell before he fell down.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Where's the buzzer?
If Stephanie was here, the buzzer would have been played on that.
Yeah, I
one.
know. I don't know where it
Tuck
is.
and roll. Tuck and roll.
I wish it was like in alphabetical
some
order.
sort of semblance.
Some sort of order.
We wish many.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we wish could be in order.
But anyway, Murdoch met with Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, who are opposed to impeaching Trump. Still getting mud thrown at us. Maybe Sean Laura went too far. Speaking of Hannity and Graham, he asked Scott, who was one of the women working for him, whether it was unarguable that high-profile Fox voices fed the story that the election was stolen and that January 6th an important chance to have the result overturned. She punted the request to a group of executives, noting, "Please send specifics." Trump's. It's amazing what they. It's just incredible. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And also, this is fun. Kristen Fisher, who is a Fox White House correspondent, complained that the network muzzled her after she fact-checked the 2020 election claims.
There's a lot of those in there.
Yeah. In a text message between herself and Fox News host Jillian Turner, she wrote, Turner writes, Fox and Friends has stopped taking me when I fill in on Morning White House. For the whole pandemic, they took me every time at 7 and 8, and that seems to have ended. That makes the two of us, Fisher replies. I was wondering what your experience was with them lately, so it's back to being a excrement shift program. Again, and Fisher replied, it's an excrement network, and I'm 100% being muzzled. So they were muzzling their straight reporters.
The ones who were actually doing their jobs.
Doing their jobs, exactly. From Fisher's text, after my Giuliani live shot and that 6-minute-long fact check of Trump on Special Report, I have 0 live shots from the White House except for Special Report. They gave all my morning shots to Griff Jenkins when I'm filling in for John, and they even pulled me from anchoring the 2 p.m. last Friday. I'm supposed to fill in on America's Newsroom for a few days over the next few weeks, and I have a hunch they're going to pull me from that too. Turner replies, F, really? You think they pulled you from anchoring over that, S? 100%. Griff is doing my hit today, and I've been punished for doing my job. Literally, that's it. That's Dominion. Hi.
Yeah. They're on it.
Yeah, of course they are. That's how we know about this. And then Phil Vogel, who was a former Fox producer, told Fisher he was going to take a pay cut and foregoing 6 weeks paid leave to get out of the network because I couldn't defend their voter fraud coverage to his daughter.
Today in the Organic Kitchen, I'm going to show you a delicious way to make pizza in a pan.